The gentleman from Fairfax, Mr. Simon.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
The gentleman has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I listened carefully to your remarks to open the session last week and your admonition to look for common ground and work together on issues that we all agree need to be addressed to improve the Commonwealth. And I've enjoyed listening to the House Republican caucus begin to introduce some of their agenda items, and I believe you are looking for some common ground. And I think we can all agree that the Virginia economy needs our urgent attention. Revenues are down, demand for services is up, and Virginia's economic growth lags the rest of the country. Dr. Stephen Fuller of George Mason University last week warned local business leaders and local officials that, in his words, the Northern Virginia economy was about to be left behind in the ongoing national recovery. Virginia urgently needs to diversify its economy, attract new businesses and new industries to the Commonwealth. As the governor pointed out in his State of the Commonwealth address, in order to do that, Virginia needs to be vigilant in protecting our brand. Our image is a great place to live, to work, to start a business, run a business, and to safely raise a family. Mr. Speaker, the repeal recently of our one handgun per month purchase limit hurts that image, and it continues to damage our brand. Virginia needs to be known as the best source of well-educated, tech-savvy, and skilled workers on the East Coast, not as the best source for unlimited bulk gun purchases. In 1993, Virginia's inadequate laws regarding bulk purchases were highlighted in, of all places, a Batman comic book. Although the storyline was fictional, Virginia made headlines across the country and across the globe for the very real statistics that showed the Old Dominion was the leading source of handguns used in crimes up and down the East Coast. As a result of this negative publicity, the General Assembly passed a law to limit handgun purchases to one per month, although purchasers could apply and still could apply to the state police for a permit to purchase more. In 1995, Delegate Clint Miller of Woodstock introduced a bill to repeal that law, arguing that it wasn't effective. Although the bill to repeal didn't pass, it did spawn a study of the effectiveness of Virginia's one handgun per month limit. The results were stark and they were conclusive. The law works. Prior to the implementation of the limit, 20% of crime guns traced to a southeastern source by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms were from Virginia. By 1995, that number had been reduced to 19%. For guns used in crimes just in the northeastern corridor, the differences were even more pronounced. Before the law went into effect, 35% of traced southeastern crime guns in New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island came from Virginia gun dealers. In the 2 years after the limit was enacted, that number dropped to 16%, from 35% to 16%. Mr. Speaker, one handgun a month is a policy that works. It's a policy that the vast majority of Americans and Virginians support, and it's a policy that improves Virginia's brand as a great, safe place to live, work, and do business. Mr. Speaker, I hope that it will be the will of this body in 2015 to once again make it the policy of this Commonwealth. Thank you.